Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. As always, Saturday nights 9:30 p.m. IST is Shekhar Iyer time, and he's joining me today to give us a quick look at what is happening around the country. Shekhar ji, namaskar and welcome to P Guru's channel.
Namaskar. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Shekhar ji, Karnataka, who is over promising and who is going to be delivering those promises? Your guess, both sides, BJP and Congress, are promising the moon to the voters. How do you see this thing, sir?
Well, Congress has gone ahead with just 5 promises. Of course, Rahul is adding one promise every day. So now I think it is 6 or 7 promises. But the whole Congress strategy seems to be, as Jairam Ramesh put it today, it is Congress promises versus BJP's threats. In the sense that we are promising doles, whereas the BJP is, warning that if you vote for Congress, it's a vote for Popular Front of India. It's a vote for Islamist extremists bouncing back in full gear. Then again voting for Muslim quota to come back. So Congress has taken up this in a big way, and some of the promises for our viewers, these are all straight away from, one can say, Arvind Kejriwal's toolkit, I would say, because, or even southern parties like DMK and ADMK were good at promising. Like for instance, you have a Gruhalakshmi scheme of giving 2,000 rupees per month for the woman head of the family. This is something DMK has promised and till date has not implemented. Then you have the Gruhajyothi scheme of providing 2,000 units of free power. Then you have the Anna Bhagya scheme of providing 10 kilograms of rice, which anyway center is going to provide. There's not much in it. And there is a new scheme which is actually an unemployment dole kind of thing, which is the Yuva Nidhi unemployment allowance of 3,000 rupees, and for those who are degree holders, and 1,500 rupees those who are diploma holders. In addition, Rahul Gandhi has promised your free bus ride for women. Then he is promising fishermen, 10 lakh insurance cover, 1 lakh interest-free loan for fisherwomen, and 500 liters of diesel every day, of which, at the rate of 25 rupees per liter. I mean, these are very, very tall promises, will cost heavily on the state exchequer, but Congress is determined to win this election somehow. And today we saw Prime Minister hitting the campaign. So there were good crowds, I must say, even in Bangalore. I mean, much to the concern of the Congress, because Bangalore is not exactly a very strong BJP base area. But then the urban interest in Prime Minister was there. But then the Prime Minister's campaign is largely focused on, same thing, the double engine sarkar, on his personality, and then attacks. Recently, the poisonous, venomous snakes made their way into Karnataka politics, with first Kharge calling Prime Minister the poisonous snake, then correcting himself as saying, no, I'm referring to BJP. And then one BJP MLA said, look, who are you to call our Prime Minister a poisonous snake when you are under the spell of, Vish Kanya? I mean, referring to Sonia Gandhi. This is the level of going on. But one can see that Congress top leaders are very confident, sir. But down the line, I think they are a bit confused as to what will be the impact after the Prime Minister. And there are just 9 days left. Actually, 9 days of hectic campaign left before the campaigns close. So this is definitely a hectic campaign. We are seeing all issues playing up. The Lingayat issue, Lingayat CM, Lingayat CM issue in particular. Then we are also seeing issues about the quota, Muslim quota, which Amit Shah has been also very aggressively campaigning. But some Congress leaders tell me, what can be the impact of JP Nadda or Amit Shah speaking in Hindi in Karnataka, and so on. But I think, sir, what I can see is BJP knowing very well that there are a lot of things going against it. They are firing on all cylinders, and with the Prime Minister's arrival, they hopefully think that some ground can be covered. Of course, opinion polls, one that the Congress is touting on the Twitter, are the ones that are giving them 130 to 140 seats. And Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar have respectively claimed 140, 130. So that's the way it stands. So Congress is seen as having an edge, but then how will it consolidate across the region? That's going to be the big point. And the BJP is not lagging behind in terms of aggression and motivating its cadre.
What about the three-way internecine warfare going on inside Congress, sir?
Well, sir, there was one particular incident which has raises questions. Parameshwara, the Dalit leader who has always felt he has missed the boat in every election, who was once Congress KPCC chief, he was Karnataka home minister. He was hit by a stone in his home ground of Tumkuru, and everybody is wondering this why this incident now. Of course, Siddaramaiah has quickly condemned it, but it is again brings that the third factor. So far it is DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah, but why not a Dalit? If it is a Dalit, because no Dalit has ever been a chief minister of Karnataka. People are expecting maybe as a compromise candidate, if Congress gets good numbers, maybe Kharge may get a chance for some time. But I don't think that will happen. If the numbers are good, it will be Siddaramaiah as chief minister. And if the numbers are, that is why the Siddaramaiah camp is saying that DK Shivkumar probably wants a hung assembly or Congress getting less so that he can bargain with JDS and get them to propose his name as CM. All these talk is very much thick in the air. That goes to show. But sir, I think I can see a sense of confidence. At least that is what the Congress leaders are exuding. That they feel that definitely they are on the they have an edge and they are fighting well. And the fact that they have taken so many Lingayat leaders, that is also giving them some sense of a hope, which BJP calls it's a false hope.
Thank you, sir. And we'll wait and see how this plays out. We have still 9 days to go, as you said. The over-promising in terms of poll promises, this is something that people know. I don't think they are going to fall for that. At the same time, there are people who are gullible enough to understand and go in that direction. Now, Siddaramaiah, you said that would be the possible CM candidate if they get a comfortable majority. What if he loses the election?
Well, if he loses the election, then I think that question complete gets ruled out, because there is no way he can, head the thing. So that is why he wanted to contest from a second seat, fearing that his rivals within and outside Congress would, get him defeated. Last time he contested from two and lost one. And this time I think Shiv Kumar was very firm as PCC chief, and Kharge backed Shiv Kumar, saying that what would be the message of a chief minister aspirant give if he were to contest from two seats. So that is how that got completely scotched or smashed. Despite my understanding is Rahul was probably inclined to allow him also, because Siddaramaiah is seen as more a leader with more a bigger political base than DK Shivkumar, who is more of a Wakalinga face. So that was the consideration. But what we are seeing is, for a moment, these rivalries could take a back seat, because they are sensing power. That's very important thing, sir. The Congress people are sensing power. So it's quite possible, if in that case they can close the ranks, at least in the last leg. But then you never know, because DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah can never have an understanding or compromise, and DK Shivkumar feels he has missed the bus several times. So it's all left to see, because a hung house would suit DK Shivkumar. On the other side, as we discussed last time, BJP probably the best case scenario is, it manages to come closer to 100 seats, and then looks for an alliance partner in JDS. Now again, JDS, if it is more than 25 or close to 30, he will bargain with Congress for a chief minister's post. So it all depends on so much on numbers, even for bargaining. So there we are. It's a very, very interesting election. A scenario before elections and a scenario after the results.
Well, there's also the situation where one shouldn't count one's chickens before they hatch. If the Congress is already thinking like they are going to be coming to power, there could be in for a root shock, because now stories are coming that the southern Karnataka, Mysore, old Mysore, Bangalore area, which was considered to be JDS stronghold, is seeing stiff competition from BJP. This is what I heard, sir. I could be wrong. But like, for example, Mandya, BJP is thinking that they are going to be able to sway that region. And so there's a lot of work that BJP has quietly put in that region. We have to wait and see if that is going to be the ultimate factor. We'll see how this goes. Thank you so much, sir. Let's move on to Wrestling Federation of India. So the chief of the Wrestling Federation of India is a BJP MLA or MP. I don't remember exactly. Walk us through this, sir. Go ahead, sir.
So this is a very, very, Brij Bhushan Charan Singh is known as a very toughy character in politics, and he belongs to Gonda of Uttar Pradesh, and he has come through tumble of UP politics, as they say. Once known as a strong man, even some people even used to call him as a kind of a sand mining mafia. All kinds of He is seen as a tough leader, and who has even during the vote of confidence against Manmohan Singh on the issue of Indo-US nuclear deal, he voted as a BJP MP. He voted with UPA, and later joined the Samajwadi Party. He's a very, very colorful, interesting character, very controversial character, and who has had several runs with the law. And once he was detained for allegedly harboring, Dawood's men. That is the time when his wife was given a ticket, and then he returned to BJP. But he has had a long innings in Wrestling Federation of India and all these Pahlwans. And this is his third and final term. And what has happened is, these allegations that are coming, sir, 2 points we had. These are very, very serious because they talk of sexual harassment. 7 women wrestlers have made these allegations. But they all come from one state, that is Haryana. And last term, he won the last term by defeating Bhupendra Singh Huda's son, Dipendra Huda. And in a matter of few months, this term will end. So there is definitely a Haryana political angle in this, because these wrestlers first sat on a dharna in January. That's the time you had a late night negotiations. Finally, a committee was set up to examine the allegations. And then that oversight committee, whatever, gave a report. We do not know what is there in the report. But suddenly again, this time, these people have come. And you are seeing a beeline of political leaders going and sitting in solidarity with them. Today, Arvind Kejriwal, who has been avoiding the media on questions about his allegation, reports about 45 crore being spent on renovating his official residence during the pandemic period. He has refused to answer any questions. He has not given a defense of anything. He was there early in the morning. Priyanka Gandhi was there. You have had a lot of leaders going there. In January also, same thing happened. That time, these wrestlers had told political parties to keep off. This time, they initially said anybody can come to support us. So you saw again a beeline of leaders. But yesterday, sir, there were slogans raised against Modi at that meeting, which were the same slogans that were once raised on the airport tarmac when Pawan Kheda was detained. So there is definitely a political ear to it. And because allegations are that, in a 10-year period, these 7 women are faced. If 10-year period, why did they keep quiet? I mean, I'm not going into the merits of these allegations, but questions are coming. Anyway, finally, Delhi police have registered 2 cases, and one is a POSCO case, which is a very, very serious case. But the BJP is also finding it difficult because they are not able to ease him out. Because in the sense, he belongs to that Ayodhya belt, and he being a Thakur himself. So there is some kind of a impression that there is a kid glove approach by the union government, the sports ministry, as well as by the BJP. But they are also buying into an argument. That's what I hear from BJP leaders, that this whole thing is orchestrated by the Haryana people who want to capture the Wrestling Federation, because a lot of them are medal winners. There are a lot of interest there. And Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh in turn accuses industrialists and a politician. And apart from the fact, sir, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh had a long duel with this Baba Ramdev, the yoga guru. He had once accused Baba Ramdev of selling adulterated ghee and adulterated products. So there is several, and Baba Ramdev belongs to Haryana. So there is an Haryana angle or a Haryana political, side to this whole controversy that's going on. But at the same time, the fact that has been rekindled at a time when elections are happening in Karnataka and it is occupying a lot of media space. It's a number two story in all television channels apart from the Karnataka election itself. So one does sense that there is a more to it than these allegations. At Supreme Court, till the Supreme Court took a view, Delhi police did not register a case. I believe what I heard from the police circles is they are not getting, people are not coming forward with enough evidence or enough material to, to actually have a full-fledged case. Anyway, they, on the directions of Supreme Court, they have registered a case, two cases rather. So this all raises question, a bigger question, which we have often discussed. Should the sporting bodies continue to be under politicians? And why are politicians interested in sporting bodies? Sir, one more thing, during the Olympics and during Commonwealth and other things, some of the residents were very happy with Brij Bhushan Singh. They said they used to encourage us and all that. Suddenly things seem to have gone wrong. And this guy is also known to be very tough with players because many players skip attending camps, the regular camps, mandatory camps they have to attend. Once they have won medals, they feel that, they should only go for big championship. Those cases he has dealt in a very stern way. Sometimes I am told he is even good at slapping people and things like that. So there is a much more to this character of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and this controversy we are seeing, which is definitely, affecting the BJP's image.
Thank you, sir. And we'll wait and see. So there are other side of the story not being told enough. So that's an angle in itself. So we will wait and see how that plays out. So last question about ADMK-BJP Dosti. Is this like the Sholay song where they keep singing Nai Todenge, then the carrier kind of gets detached and then goes for some time and then comes back and reattaches itself magically? How do you see it, sir?
Well, sir, this is it's a very interesting turn. Once Annamalai gets a direction to go full blast, because without the direction from the BJP High Command, I don't think he would have targeted both the BJP and ADMK, and he has been active at it since that BJP should be the alternative. But somewhere down, I think they have realized that it will be too risky a venture if they were to go it alone. They would end up as a complete loser in Tamil Nadu without anybody. So they still want to do a piggy ride, but at the same time they thought they could be a difficult rider in the sense that they could keep up the pressure. But I believe the negotiations happened between Amit Shah and Edappadi Palaniswamy, and then all these leaders were called. And Edappadi, who had earlier dismissed Annamalai's charges against DMK leaders, the DMK Files, which has already opened up more tapes, came out of the meeting and later, said at a press conference before leaving for Chennai, well, these allegations are serious, these need investigation, and also about what has come out about PTR, whether it is authentic voice or not. So there is a difficulty, I think, being faced by both sides. So there is some kind of a tactical withdrawal, I would say, tactical withdrawal. There are talks that that BJP would be happy if it is allowed to contest a good number of Lok Sabha seats and does not lay claim for a number of assembly seats on some ratio.
This is Indira Gandhi
like the
formula.
ratio. Yeah, once Jayalalitha and Rajiv Gandhi had that formula. So what does not, but then BJP does not command that kind of clout that Congress had during that period in Tamil Nadu. So it's a very interesting year, but one does feel sorry for Annamalai this, because Annamalai had taken it in full steam and then now he is rather forced to pipe down. That's the impression one does get. But then High Command is High Command, and Annamalai would also would be following whatever is expected of him from the BJP High Command.
That's all for today in terms of looking at the political views. Oh, Mukhtar Ansari got jailed. What was that story, sir? A little bit of touch upon that part, please.
Sir, this is in reference to a case involving murder of Krishnananda Rai, who was a BJP legislator of Uttar Pradesh. He was very brutally killed, and he was their rival. And finally, that case has come to a conclusion with a sessions court charging, rather convicting Mukhtar Ansari and others, and including his one brother Atiq Ansari, who is a member of parliament. So he will be a second parliamentarian after Rahul Gandhi to lose his seat, because he has been convicted in the case involving kidnapping and murder. So, and in the conspiracy. So he is getting 4 years of imprisonment. That means he loses his seat. Mukhtar Ansari he also belongs to Purvanchal, that is Eastern UP. And Mukhtar Ansari and our current Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, they used to have running duels, because Yogi used to run a head organization called Hindu Vahini, and you had Mukhtar Ansari used to run a gang which was largely consisting of people belonging to his community, and which gradually moved on from organized crime to politics. So this is a very big case, and this does strengthen the case of Yogi's constant averment that he is the only person who is taking on the mafias in Uttar Pradesh, and he is finishing the mafia rule. So this is a very interesting turn, but nobody is surprised about Mukhtar Ansari, because Mukhtar Ansari, after Yogi came to power, just as Yogi came to power, he managed to get himself locked up in a Punjab prison, fearing he would be killed in an encounter in Uttar Pradesh, because Yogi has come, and finally he was brought back. The Punjab was forced to send him to Uttar Pradesh through court intervention. So this is where we stand, but we are going to see a second parliamentarian, Atiq Ansari, the brother of Mukhtar Ansari, who will be disqualified.
Because, this person is also related to Hamid Ansari, isn't he?
Yeah, they all belong to that great Ansari family, sir. One of whom was Dr. Shekhar Ansari, of whom that Ansari Marg is there in Delhi. So this is a great Ansari family. Of course, Amit Ansari is also one of their cousins.
So interesting turn of events there. And now let's take some questions for our good friend Shekhar Iyer ji. Arvind TSY wants to know, what makes Karnataka so unique? It's the only South state that gave BJP a chance. It's also among the few states that still gives Congress a chance. Even AAP fancies its chances there.
Well, Arvindji, we are not hearing much of Aam Aadmi Party in this campaign. Though my good friend Brajesh Kallappa is contesting as a Aam Aadmi candidate, but we are not seeing, at least Kejriwal has not gone to Karnataka yet. I don't think he will go, because he has a lot of problems to worry with Manoj Sisodia's bail now being denied for the third time. He continues to be in custody, judicial custody. So Aam Aadmi Party is not a big factor. But in terms of Karnataka politics, the fact that there are 6-7 regions, and these are not unlike Tamil Nadu, these are not homogeneous region. Of course, even Tamil Nadu is not homogeneous. There is a preponderance of one community or the other. Here it's much more complicated, because there is a history of somewhere Nizam ruled state, somewhere dominated by one particular community. Some are extremely rural, some are industrial, some are mining areas, and of course the coastal belt. So the geography and demography, as always throws up a surprise. But Karnataka was, even during the times when Indira Gandhi's popularity was its lowest ebb in 1977, Karnataka elected a good number of Congress MPs. So that is why after she lost the election, she went and contested from Chikmagalur. So one can see that there is a solid Congress vote. Congress has a steady vote of 30 to 35%. I mean, when it is good, it goes beyond 30%. That is one thing. At the same time, BJP has grown largely because of working on the Lingayat factor, because Congress, the High Command, Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi, they disregarded the Lingayat leadership of the Congress. The way you had Nijalingappa, then later Virendra Patil being sidelined. So that gave Lingayat shifting to BJP. And of course, that also earned BJP the tag it being a Lingayat party. But in southern Karnataka, which is very rural and Mandya belt, Voggalingas dominate, and Voggalingas, I've seen greater glory under Devagowda. Devagowda has, symbolized their, of course, the family's popularity is on the decline, and JDS, has been somehow managing, but then people continue to have affiliation with the Gowda family, and there is a huge, I would say, a loyalty to Gowda. So long as Devagowda is there, that is going to be there. So that is one factor. And of course, in the coastal belt, the polarization has been very severe and complete because of activities of these Islamist groups, and also counter efforts by Hindu groups who do not want to take it lying down anymore. So you hear of frequent clashes, you hear of frequent murders, and of course, in between, Congress during the time it has been in power, it has encouraged occasions like Tipu Sultan Jayanti and things like that to ensure that their solid vote remains. But this time, sir, what has happened is 2018 and 2024. 2018, you saw JDS and Congress coming together, and that marriage did not last. But again, this time too, one does not rule out a marriage and a divorce and a marriage. So the bane of Karnataka politics is people, it's long since they gave a full mandate to the Congress. So and they gave it in 2013. So if they could give a similar good mandate, at least a party can be held to account. Otherwise, you have turncoats, and turncoats are busy in filling their coffers. No matter whether they come from Congress to BJP or BJP to Congress or JDS to Congress. So this is the which the governance has suffered. And Basavaraj Bommai was last brought because Yediyurappa had to be, they had to bid goodbye to Yediyurappa because one was the age factor, and too much of domination of Yediyurappa family, kith and kin affected BJP's style and functioning. But at the same time, they could not completely do away with Yediyurappa. So that encouraged Congress when BJP denied tickets to people like Shettar and Lakshman Savadi to take in people from, this time Congress. That is why there is a fear in Congress that have they done, have they overdone this Lingayat factor? If they are done, it could also disturb other caste equations within the Congress. Of course, Siddaramaiah goes and says, we are for Lingayat, we are for OBCs, we are for Kurbas, we are for Edigas, we are for everybody. But there is definitely, this is bound to disturb some political balances within these parties. That is why this election is going to be very interesting. But down below, there are several issues, cost of cooking cylinder, inflation, unemployment. These are the issues which Congress is trying to exploit with the promises we discussed. This unemployment dole. Like in the Himachal, they use this, old pension scheme, promised old pension scheme. Similarly, they have done it in Rajasthan. Chhattisgarh government is giving ads on television saying that, look, so many people have rejected new pension scheme and we are bringing back old pension without any roadmap, without any indication how they will find that money. And Center has also made it clear that it's not easy going reverting to old pension scheme. Sir, parties are winning election on the basis of promises. I mean, the Revadi culture. And then they end up, not doing what to do. Because we are seeing it in Tamil Nadu. So many promises were made.
Yes, so indeed. Sir, last week we had predicted a Shekhar defeat and Lakshman's victory. Do you still hold that analysis, sir?
Sir, Shekhar defeat is, it's a more a serious possibility because I believe I hear that when Jagdish Shettar left the party finally, despite top BJP bigwigs talking to him, they assured him a Rajya Sabha seat. They even assured him a governor's post. They told him to, and he's a whole RSS horse. When such a person leaves, I believe the Prime Minister was personally very upset, and he was so upset. He said, "Look, what are these people? How are they going and standing by the side of Rahul Gandhi after spending so many years in our, in our midst and in our ideology? I mean, what happens to our ideology if people like Shettar leave? These are not Ayarams, Gayarams. These are tall leaders, and they still wanted to continue. Their kith and kin are in politics. Somebody is MLC, somebody is this or that, holding official position in some form. Still, they want to continue like this. So that has upset PM, and I believe the direction has come from the High Command that whatever it is, at least our tall stalwarts who leave us and go, they should be defeated. That is why, sir, Amit Shah, when he went to Hubli Dharwad area the other day, he said Shettar will be defeated. Forget Congress getting any benefit out of him. And he said it with such emphasis, which makes me believe that this is one of the secret objectives of BJP campaign in that region this time.
Well, we'll wait and see, won't we? And let's take the next question, please. Sunita wants to know, what will the huge Tamil voter base in Karnataka think about DMK raids while voting in Karnataka polls, as they have a native mindset mostly?
Well, sir, the Tamil voters in Karnataka largely, some of them support Congress and some of them support BJP. And even at one time, ADMK used to put up candidates in Kolar region, and I think there was probably once there was an ADMK MLA, if I don't remember exactly. But now Congress this time, sir, wants to woo the Tamil voters. So they are calling Kamal Hassan of all people. And I was wondering,
Rahul Gandhi of Tamil Nadu.
So Kamal Hassan himself cannot get people elected in Tamil Nadu. How is he going to help the Congress in Karnataka? I do not know. But I think this goes to show Congress is missing some star factor. I mean, they don't have any celebrities. So probably they are calling Kamal Hassan, and the buzz today is Kamal Hassan maybe going there for a couple of days and mostly in Bangalore region, so that who the Tamil voters. I mean, but I don't know. But that also shows some kind of a desperation. You mentioned about southern Karnataka, where Congress could be having a difficult time, and the fact that the Prime Minister today had a very good show in Bangalore, in particularly Bangalore, that also raises possibilities. Whether is BJP, I mean, is Congress and JDS taking it too lightly, the threat of BJP?
Yes. Next question, please. Mayank Trivedi wants to know, why is everyone writing off the BJP in old Mysore area when they did very well in 2019? They managed to cultivate their cadre last time, and JDS and INC had collaborated.
Nobody is writing it off, sir. But last time what happened, Yediyurappa's son was very active. Who is, of course, has been finally given a ticket in this election. He was very active in that Mysore, and he wanted to contest from Mysore. And but then the High Command did not agree, because they were insisting that nobody else other than Yediyurappa, because already Yediyurappa's one son is member of the Lok Sabha, and Yediyurappa himself was contesting last election. There should not be another son in the race, because that would take away the BJP's plank of dynastic politics. So Yediyurappa is something they cannot swallow, they cannot spit. So that is the way it is. Of course, Yediyurappa has been cooperating so far, and he hopes finally his son, will get a place in the sun, because he is hoping at least he'll be made a deputy CM or a CM or whatever. I mean, of course, not CM. He'll be made a deputy CM or an important minister. But BJP cannot do without the Yediyurappa factor, sir, because whatever it is, Yediyurappa still commands a strong following among the community, Lingayat community, and at least I feel BJP was sensible enough to realize the importance of Yediyurappa, though there has been a constant pressure and a deliberation among the RSS as well as the BJP that they need to shift away from the tag that BJP is a Lingayat party if we have to grow in all regions.
And viewers, I have toured all the 5 southern states, and I must tell you, I have seen, I mean, I could be wrong, Karnataka is perhaps the most advanced state in terms of, like, you go in rural also, the kind of facilities you have. But just one step below that is all the other states, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu, and Kerala comfortably lagging behind. Even though it's a smaller state and all these things, you can see the difference, especially if you drive into Kerala from Coimbatore, there is a different state in play. It's that stark. Let's go to the next question, please. Neta Mafia wants to know, if BJP is aggressive and is supposed to do well in JDS stronghold, Mysore, Mandya region this time, then won't JDS underperform in Karnataka election? Why is that point not being spoken about?
There is a definite possibility that the BJP could gain at JDS cost, but at the same time, there could be a tactical maneuver by BJP to ensure if they are not winning, they would rather want JDS to win, not the Congress. Because the BJP's objective would be that Congress should not get complete majority. I mean, they should not cross the halfway mark. So there could be some tactical moves in terms of, shifting votes through their cadres. But at this time, I think right now the whole focus is that they should win as many number of seats as possible themselves. Of course, JDS is looking at, actually JDS is sitting pretty, sir, because they know if it is, of course, if the Congress gets complete majority, they have to worry about their flocks, because there are a lot of IRMs, GIRMs in JDS, because apart from their Vokalinga belt, the other tickets that they have given to all people who did not get ticket either in BJP or Congress. So there is no loyalty, and they are all paid for tickets, because JDS does not give ticket without admission fee. So that would have happened. Now the whole question is, where does the JDS number stop? I mean, if it is, as I said earlier, 25, then well, it can be this side, that side. But more than 25, the Kumaraswamy's ambition will soar high.
And also, we know that KCR has been funding them, JDS. So that's the other interesting angle there. So, which means JDS is probably hard charge for short. They're short on cash. So we'll have to wait and see about that also. Krishna Aital, this is the last question, Shekharji. I know you need to go. We are sorry if we can't take your questions. This is the last question. Krishna Aital wants to know: will Seesh Mahal and 45 crore scam haunt AAP and Arvind Kejriwal in elections for Delhi Assembly or Lok Sabha?
Sir, this has come as a shock actually to many voters in Delhi, because the details that are emerging, money being spent for tiles, money being spent, huge sums of money, and people are wondering whether there actually this amount was spent, on a government flat. That is why the questions are being raised, or were bills inflated and somebody pocketed the money. And this case has been taken up by LG, and LG has asked the chief secretary today to secure the documents and get details, and probably this is another case that will go to CBI. Now, already excise scam has seen Manish Sisodia in jail, and you have seen, sir, Twitter has been full of those memes, where they are showing a baboon holding on to a man who came near its cage. And they are naming the baboon inside the cage as Manish Sisodia, and the person caught is Kejriwal. And somebody trying to help the man who has been caught by baboon, it is holding his leg tightly, as Sanjay Singh. So this is the way it is. So already the excise scam is too complicated and has demoralized up leaders as well as the rank and file, because the victim card will fail to play further if this particular case also hits the ceiling.
Well, that brings us to a close on today's program. We apologize, we have to edit a little early. Shekharji is a little bit under the weather. Sir, hopefully you'll regain your strength back for next recording that we have shortly from here, 3-4 days from now. And as always, viewers, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications, and do follow us on Twitter. Shekharji's handle is Shekhar Iyer 9. Mine is Sri Iyer 1, and P Gurus is P Gurus 1. Once again, thank you, sir. Have a great weekend.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.